Thank you all for joining me today. I have so much to touch on today, but obviously can't fit it all into 500 seconds or a short period of time that you might have from me today. But let me get started with this one topic about hating a memory. There's so much in that statement, in the observation, to hate a memory. And if that was, we'll say that is a true proposition, a starting point for today, to hate a memory or hating memories that you have. Which ones would you choose to hate today? Why would you choose to hate those memories? And even hating just one, is it worth the effort? To further discuss that topic, hating a memory, let's touch on a question. I'm good for that. To give you more questions to ponder that statement about hating a memory. Who do you love? Before you answer that question about hating or resolve that statement, if that is true to you, to hate a memory, who do you love? Who do you love first? Have you asked yourself the question that I got from reading Mr. Eckhart Tolle's books, The Power of Now and A New Earth? But he said this in one of those books. Can I be the space for this? Whatever this is, this present moment. Can I breathe the space for this moment? Am I the space for this? Just for example, or for giggles, try this in a social group setting and ask the question in a group setting. Survey how the crowd responds to that question and see if anyone answers that first question with, who do I love? And they say, me. But very few will say that. Very few will say as the answer to that question, who do you love first? Very few of us will say, me. But I say that should be the answer. If not, answer that question with me as the first one I love. I guess the first should be that entity, that God, that universal subconscious mind, that Allah, that Buddha, that Jesus. However you name that source. You might say that's who you love first. And then yourself. But I'm asking you to be complete and whole to and with yourself before you propose or express or espouse love to number 2 or number 3, number 4, or anything, anybody external to you in your life. Just drawing out further the reason for that kind of question about who do you love and asking yourself why you would hate any memory. Any question gets resolved for you. Maybe not the answer, but indication. The validation of that question, who do you love, must come from within and often first. For example, when was the last time you said that to yourself and without witnesses? Who do you love to yourself? When was the last and first time you said it to yourself in front of strangers who are actually your mirrors to some degree, or the first time you did that to yourself in a mirror in your bathroom and made that statement to yourself, by yourself, locked door, showers on? Say it to yourself and watch your eyes either dilate or get bigger. Watch your heart rate pulse strongly or quicker. Or you feel palpitations from that question. Just consider that. But following up on the first statement, but hating a memory of yourself, or asking yourself, who do you love first? I'm going to tack on another question. Why have you not reminded yourself of your own love to yourself? What is preventing you from sharing that with yourself without being pushed to do, forced to do? Have you perhaps forgotten to love yourself? To be kinder to yourself every day? Or is it kindler? Kinder or kindler? How expressing more kindness to yourself every day? What is wrong with you that you do not love? What is wrong with you that you do not love? Even if that's true, even if you don't exactly and habitually love yourself, how will you resolve that problem? We'll take it a little further. What if you don't love yourself and you're honest about that and you're being sincere about that? How will you resolve that issue? Through someone or something outside of you to fix that for you? To make you feel better about yourself? And how long will that last? It sounds like that will require repetition and improvement to make sure you never become disappointed. Or you could choose to look inside, to question yourself and accept the answer energy to yourself, the genuine kind that is not quoted from afar, not compared to someone or something else. You take on the consideration of listening to yourself to and for the quiet whisper and that pure space that need not be authenticated or improved by them. You've probably heard about starting where you are or where you want to be. Doing the gap analysis to your roadmap, where you are, where you're trying to go. Those are all very short trips to take and to make. But how about this? Start with not where, but who you are, what you are, where you are, and how you are. Accepting the truth about yourself. And not the covers, not the layers, not the external and fleeting affirmations that kind of support what you want to hear and not what you have not heard. You have not heard this sincere, authentic, genuine curiosity from yourself and without the ego and fear and the vanity. That is the point and the space for you to exploit, to realize, to flow with, not to get to. Like this moment, this is the experience. This is the journey. The wondrous wandering that reminds you to stay awake for the process. Or you may choose to sleep or sleepwalk through the life that is yours. Maybe you could consider being present for you first and consistent before you mask the pain and joy with what was never there forever. All those frameworks and structures, and yes, processes, they all will fail you. Perhaps you can consider this: the you in now persists. If you relinquish the need for the next, relinquish the need for the more, the less, the biggest, the most. And then lastly, no, you know what? I might need another part for this instead of holding you over the time I propose to you to get you your 500 seconds. So take a pause here and let's go forward with this. But for now, pay attention, stay present, stay current, and remember, it is always 8:20.